Lipscomb secures a spot in the ASUN Conference Tournament tonight on senior night as Lipscomb defeats NJIT in 3 sets. Justin Seaman, Carly Anderson joined now by our spotlight player and Megan Sullivan on senior night, the senior. And you know, it's always great, little bittersweet sometimes on senior night because you go to college, you spend time at this college so long, you pour your heart and soul into this, and then you come out here and you get to perform. But bittersweet for you a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always one of those things that you're grateful to be playing in Allen Arena, but it's the last time that you get to do it. So it's one of those things that it's really weird to look around as they're calling lineups and know that that's the last time in my entire career that I have poured my heart and soul into. So yeah, bittersweet and just crazy that we got here.
Thought this was a game coming in. You've got Florida Gulf Coast coming up on Sunday, which, you know, sometimes you get a little bit of a sandwich type game. NJIT's had a really tough season, but you guys, I thought, came out focused in this one from the get-go. Yeah,
we knew after last weekend sweeping Kennesaw that we have a lot to prove still. We have to prove to ourselves and to this conference of what we're made of and what we know that we're capable of. So tonight was all about building and taking another step in the right direction.
Yeah, Megan, I know not to get too sentimental on you, but you know, you did come from Houston. We've talked about that a couple times during the match, and you made your home here at Lipscomb. And what impact has this program had on you? And you know, the senior night, all the feelings going, but you know, it's been great to watch you the last 3 years here.
Yeah, it's been really special to be a part of this program, coming from somewhere that was just very different, and being at a smaller school with just such a strong community around has just been so special to me. And I've changed in incredible ways just because of the people that I've been around and that have poured into me for the last 3.5 years.
Well, congratulations, Megan, on the win tonight here on senior night as we take a look at the stats. As you see the kills big time in favor of Lipscomb in this one, really all statistical categories. Lipscomb pretty much just took care of business tonight against NJIT as we're now joined here courtside by head coach of the Lipscomb Bisons, Brandon Rosenthal. And Brandon, we'll get to the match in just a minute. I thought this was a good match for you guys, but senior night, senior weekend, just talked to one great one right there, but always got to be emotional for you too on senior night, just not these seniors, because you're pouring into these girls for 4 years most likely.
Yeah, more than that, you know, that's what somebody was asking me. You know, you forget that, I mean, we recruited them 2, sometimes 3 years ahead of when they actually got here. So, you know, you're 6, 7 years into it. And yeah, I mean, you know, the ups and downs and the challenges and opportunities. So yeah, it's amazing to be here and see these girls kind of in the maturation process, but so proud of Sully and what she did tonight. And, you know, all of them, Morgan and Maddie, are just absolutely tremendous.
Well, and the thing too, these 3 seniors, sometimes you'll have seniors that, you know, they've been in the program in the very important, but these 3 seniors have performed on the court as well for you.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, you know, it's more than the numbers. It's, you know, the leadership stuff, and I tried to hit on that, especially with Sully, is just, you know, how much they do as far as taking that culture forward. And Andy knows about it. It's hard to be a part of this program. There's a lot of demand on the girls and, you know, as the team as a whole. So can't say enough about them. Yeah, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, what they've done, you know, and that's awesome. But more so than that, it's what they've done to the program off the court.
You know, huge match coming up ahead of you on Sunday, but you guys had to focus on getting the win tonight. What was that conversation like in the locker room and practice this week, just to focus on Friday's match and not skip ahead to a huge match on Sunday?
Yeah, we purposefully don't talk about the second match. I mean, it's all focused on the, you know, first match, Friday match, and you know, some of that is just, hey, it's routine, and so we talk about that at the very beginning of the year, how we're going to go about these Fridays, Sundays. So it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I think for us, it's just about execution, and that's what I love to see, especially in sets 2 and 3, is really coming out and doing what we wanted to do instead of, you know, being kind of dictated by their play. We did what we wanted to do.
Well, you get the win tonight. 3 sets. Now you can turn to that Florida Gulf Coast. We'll take a look at the standings here right now. Everything's bunched up at the top right now. The good thing is you did punch your ticket to the ASUN Conference Tournament. That's goal number 1.
Yes.
You got to do that. So you do that tonight. Kennesaw State and Florida Gulf Coast, they're locked in a all-out royal battle right now down in Kennesaw, Georgia. So you know Florida Gulf Coast, win, lose, or draw in that one. They're going to come in with a pretty tough match against Kennesaw State. You guys dropped one early in the year to them. You know it's going to be a tough match on Sunday afternoon.
It is, and you know, here's a little note. I mean, yesterday, Thursday, November 7th, our 47th practice was our very first practice where we had all 14 players, you know, on the year. So what's great about it is we didn't have all those players back then when we played them, and we've grown a lot since then. We know it's going to be a battle. You know, what's neat in these last 2 weeks is, you know, the top half have to play each other. You know, Liberty has to play Kennesaw in the very last match of the year. So, you know, this is exciting volleyball, and you know, again, kind of as you alluded to, you punch your ticket, so you know you've extended your season by 1 week. Now it's all about, you know, kind of carrying that momentum through to the tournament.
Well, congrats on the win tonight. Lipscomb will take on Florida Gulf Coast on Sunday afternoon. If you're in Nashville, make sure you come on out. That'll be a 2 o'clock start Central Time. And for all your Lipscomb volleyball news, go to lipscombsports.com.